Could you imagine drama in a 2D mushroom game? Well, you don't have to because there's at least 5 names that stir up drama within the community. So here are 5 infamous names in the MapleStory community. Also, most of these guys are well known in the community because they are either streamers or content creators or, highly known endgame players. Starting off with the most recent name, we have Dookie. He's actually been banned twice. First on his Hayato Hamtoryu. So he was actually AFK in Ardent Mill and he got banned. So that's all he claimed what has happened. He didn't really use any illegal programs or anything, but that wasn't really the case. Further along the lines, Misusing TV revealed that he was actually using an illegal program on his account. We can't really say this is confirmed or not, but that's what has happened, which makes more sense than, AFKing Ardent Mill. And then he responded with his friend was on his account. Account sharing is a bannable offense, but usually Nexon can't really detect that unless, really sus things happen, right? Like using a legal program. So apparently his friend hated him. I'm not sure why he let that person on his account, but then that friend got him banned because he was using a legal program, so that's the story of that. Nexon didn't really reveal the details this time around, but the second time is a different story, right? So he got banned on his Shadower after liberating and 3-lining his weapon, which is pretty lucky. But he got banned again, and this time he definitely took a pretty aggressive stance again. But it turns out that Nexon did reveal the details because, his followers did attack Nexon a lot. So that's why they made a full official Bulletin Pink Bean post about his ban. And it turns out it is quite legitimate. He was banned because he was abusing a second account, Luminous named Nico Nico, with a hacked totem account. The hacked totem basically allows the player to use the wild totem skill infinitely without actually having the item, which is a pretty huge advantage considering spawn enhancers were going away, no Kishin, no wild totems at that time. So it's a really huge advantage in gameplay. So he got banned for that. I did check his apology video. He didn't admit in the video that he was using a hacked totem, but later he did update his description admitting to his abuse of the hacked account. Next we have Zero by Divide. Zero by Divide is a Luminous main. He actually played in Broa, I think, on a Luminous, and then he moved to Reboot, meaning the same class because he's familiar with it. But he eventually got banned for botting. Basically, I think his explanation was that grinding is just super grindy and inefficient, so he just made a botting program just to, farm on the side. And that is bannable offense because you're not actually playing the game, right? So he did get banned for 1 month, not a permaban like Dookie. So he did eventually come back and he's still playing the game as of now. But yeah, when he got banned, he did make a statement video directly addressing the botting, and he did admit to it. So that's, good props for being honest about your illegal playing ways, I guess. He did restart on Reboot under Dark Knight named Batman. I was a big fan of it because he's actually playing the game properly this time without botting. But then he deleted the account and then went back his Luminous. And I don't necessarily agree with this decision because technically his account's integrity is already compromised because he did bot on the account, right? So I think he was saying that, hey, I played this game properly on Batman, so I think I deserve to go back to that Luminous account, right? Because I already showed you guys that I could play this game properly without botting, right? So I think that's his thought process. I don't necessarily agree with it. He should have just kept playing Batman. But I think because his Luminous has those legacy items like the potable badge, he just wants to, have those items for endgame. Next we have Ryan Reboot Ms. So he's known for his progression guide videos on YouTube, and he had quite a bit of a personality on Twitch. But later he got banned for hacking/botting. I'm not sure which one it was, but I think he explained that progression was too slow in the game, so he wanted to make content at a faster pace, so that's why he did it. But I find this quite hypocritical because you're giving people advice on how to grind, but you're not following your own advice on how to grind properly, right? So very hypocritical, but I guess with these 3 names that we've already covered, basically people are just using these methods, illegal methods of, progressing because the game is just too slow, which is true, but MapleStory isn't about fast progression, right? It's about progressing at a slow pace, I guess. But I can understand that, some people don't really want to grind that hard, but when you claim that you're innocent but you aren't, it's a bad look. Next we have Rin. So there was actually a recorded video of him botting on YouTube, I think. And he claims that he was innocent, Rinnocent was born. And he said this video is doctored, right? So that was kind of funny. That was like a really funny clip of him. But I'm not sure if he was actually banned. But this clip was, I don't know, funny. And he was quite famous at the time because he was quite up there in Endgame, I guess, at the time. Pretty early on in Reboot, actually. But then he did move to other games, and yeah. Some people might remember him, some people might not. But yeah, he's probably one of the lesser names on this list, I think. Our fifth and final name actually isn't a banned person. They're basically outcasted by the community because of his own misconduct. So he's a very endgame dual blade, well known in the endgame community, speculated to be the strongest at the time even. And his name was Jump Attack. So he was involved in very suspicious activities with a couple of females in the community, faking DMs and manipulating each other to fight against each other. And he tried to do it in a way that the females would fight over him. So that was kind of really weird and creepy, actually. And he lied about most of his, information about himself. So really weird stuff. I think the most effective creator was Meta Mashup because, and her name was Stella, a really endgame Mercedes. And they were really close friends, I think. And yeah, they kind of managed the same Twitch channel, I think. Very sad story to go into, but the drama is there. The content is there. If you want to read about the document, I think it's out there somewhere on Maple Reddit, probably, something like that. But yeah, I think most of these infamous names came from pretty much hacking and botting, but Jump Attack just, his own misconduct made him his own name infamous. But yeah, I don't think anyone on this list actually plays the game anymore, except for Zero by Defied, which he does play still. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these 5 names, and let me know if I got any details incorrect, and just correct me down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.